It's loud, huh? Okay. Corn, welcome. Alright, let's get started here. I feel like we're gonna try to do some build fixes today, but also a bunch of chores too. We're gonna need these lights on. So, first chore is, let's see if we can get this camera a little further back. So I'll just get more in the shot here. Wonder if that works all right. Okay. Let's pull some of these things down. Because that's one problem, is the thing on top of this monitor shows a little too much. Okay. It's still there a little bit, but not as bad. Alright, so I have here on top of my desk a bunch of switches, and I think they all seem to have a purpose. What happened was, last year I pulled out a bunch of like my extra switches. How do I put this? Like, I have a bin full of like all the extra switches from, you know, builds that are finished. And from that bin, I took a select few and threw them in a box. That box, I think, has been distributed all around here. And I found a bunch of them, and now I'm trying to figure out what the purpose of them were. I think I did figure some of these out, and I don't know if there are any more. And I can't figure out why I chose all these. So these, I think, are part of some switches that are currently not in commission. So they're just kind of like extras for stuff that I'm keeping at Tina's. These right here are switches for builds that are all like kind of complete but have a bunch of, you know, bad switches in them. So these are like going to be used for what we could potentially build. I had a bunch also in that box where it's just like, I don't know what the purpose of it was. They seem to be selected for some reason, but I looked up the builds that they're in and they're not broken. So it's kind of weird. That said, I still want to do some hunting around and see what we got here, because there's now a lot of drawers, and I largely did not manage them. Okay, so here I found silent switches, which I don't really, excuse me, like to use. Did you get it on the NK clearance? I saw it. I don't know that there was anything there that I really wanted. I feel like, how do I put it? Like, I've bought so much stuff from Novelkeys over time. It's like anything there I wanted, I already have had from before they were on sale. Like, I was thinking, like, I did see some of it. Did it end already? If it ended already, then it kind of doesn't matter. But I did see, like, I think NTD. NTD was one that's like, I don't have that, and I did want that in the past. Let's see. Okay, it's still going. And I was just like scrolling through like the little drop downs, like without actually clicking any of these open, but Because like I already have like a bunch of things that I want, but I mean I can look through more specifically because now I'm like a little bit more curious. What is this? Kitsune? Kitsune, you got UV Legends. What is this one? Nightshade? Nightshade kind of looks like Avantgardia, but two-tone. Nord is kind of like Oblivion. Seafarer is white. Terror I already have. Astrolite is another not really white, but white-like set. Bingsu I got. Camping is chill, honestly. Both sets. But, like, I kind of don't really need anything like that. Taco I already have. Tiramisu I already have. Tiramisu, that's a good price, though. It's interesting that it's like it's a pre-order of leftovers. Let's see. Arctic is also two-tone white, fluoresced white-ish. Interesting two-tone white-ish. It's like beige but like inverted. Faya, welcome. Lazurite is like reverse classic blue. What did you call classic blue? Got modern ink, also white. Monokai materials like Oblivion. Yeah, NTD was like the one more interesting one that I was thinking, but not in a pressing need for it, especially 110. It's like, could we still wait for a price a little lower than that? Phantom I already have. Nightlife I don't really care for. I think that's like got the katakana sub-legends that make the main Latin legends kind of not the right font. Then you start getting the ones where it's like they're 120 to 185 leftovers. So is that even clearance? Is it? Are we talking about the same thing? Clearance or leftovers? Yeah, Fright Club is pricey. Higambana is... I was interested in Higambana like a long while ago. Like years ago. But at these prices? This is just like... It's not a sale. Also, I feel like I need to see Higambana in person because the contrast does not look good in the renders. Skyrider, 17U. Skyrider looks like it's like MTNU. Skyrider looks like CYL when I was trying to mix Nuclear Data and Daisy. It's kind of funny looking, but I think it makes more sense in MTNU, like the bigger legends, more classic looking. Track Day, I'm not interested in that kind of look. Alright, leftover child kits. Let's see what we've got. Nuke Data Cadet Alphas. I'm good. R5X CYL Novelties. I got 6U bar. That's pretty chill. Bento. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I mean... I don't know. Yeah, I guess the ones that would be of interest for me, Higambana, Camping, and NTD. But they're just not pressing enough for me. Did you get on anything? Let's see. There was a Deadbeats Okay, warehouse finds. Okay, I see the warehouse finds. This is a separate thing. Deadbeats is sold out, which I already have. I have the HSA, what was it, beige on brown? Brown on beige, I don't think I need. And then a bunch of PCBs. What else we got? I think that was it. A couple group buys. Zooted is doing another round. Chocolatier, anyone get Chocolatier? Snag both versions of Dots, Awaken, and Metropolis. Wait, was that a different clearance? Am I talking about something totally different? I didn't see Metropolis on there. Was this a clearance that was a while ago? Clearance. Oh, there's a clearance section. That's different. Okay. There's been 2 clearances. The clearance I got in was last week. Okay, so I think there's a clearance from last week, which I think is still... okay, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom of the page to get to the section that says clearance on it. And then there was a GMK leftover sale, which sounds like GMK out in Germany had warehouse leftover kits that Novel Keys is pre-ordering. I don't know. I guess maybe you don't classify that as clearance, but it's all just a sale. Like everything is just selling. So what difference is it? Yeah, I already got Dots. I have one of the Metropolis kits. I think it's the Midnight Base. Awaken. I feel like Awaken was always kind of controversial for how it looks. That's crazy. Sleeves, new sleeves, $10, marked down from 75 is crazy. Controversial, huh? Oh, no, yeah, exactly. Controversial from just how it looks. It's like there's a lot going on. Like, especially with the Katakana Legends. I like how busy it is. Alright. Metropolis feels like Awaken. Do wish I was able to get the Turnpike kit for Metropolis. Yeah, especially with that kit. Turnpike? Wait, it's still on sale. I still see it on sale. I have the Decimat, but I only just got it. It looks to me like Turnpike is still on sale. Signs is sold out. I don't know if you mean Signs, but Turnpike is still there. Oh, okay, yeah. Signs is sold out. There was, I did actually look at this, I remember now. I did look at this clearance section last week, and then I remember looking at the cherry switches because they're 50% off, and the new Nixies and the Ergo Clears are on sale. Oh shit, I just realized I can finally use that artisan you said. Oh, perfect. Perfect. All right. Okay, so anyways, back to it. Okay, so we're supposed to do fixes today, but I also kind of want to just like reset and figure out what it is I'm even supposed to do. So like I don't know if the build fixes will happen before I figure out what the build fixes are. I have a long list of it, but there's just questions. There's questions I got about all this. Some of them started off here where I'm trying to figure out what stray kits do I have just sitting anywhere. I guess I got a bunch of bags too. So it might just end up being... Have you tried the Ergo Clears, and do you prefer them tuned or untuned? I have typically preferred tuned historically. But it's just like it's hard to be motivated to tune anymore. So I haven't really tried them untuned for a really, really long time. Like, I don't know if ever, honestly. Because there was a point where before Ergo Clears existed, you had to make them. And it was just clears with, like spring swapped clears. And it was like a decade ago, so it's kind of a while. I'm taking some time to organize this drawer. Okay, so this drawer was originally for Alps stuff. I feel like there's going to be a point where I'm going to want to reorganize this, and then, I don't know, does that kind of turn this into a cleaning stream more than a build fixing stream? Maybe. Because I'm realizing now, some of the stuff is like a little bit disorganized. I don't know if a little is kind of understating it, really. So at this stage now, this should be all Alps. And then I think something over here became Alps. Yep. The key sets here. So I'll throw this here. This now has some Versa kits, Touring kits. I think everything on these four is all Tobre or EC. This is also EC. Screws and stuff. Conan, welcome. 120 stream streak. That's crazy. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in as frequently as you do. Doing some cleaning right now. This is more EC stuff. Crazy. Yep. These are screws and stuff. Move this. It's like a screw drawer. switches. Maybe. Let's do it like that. Alps. This is extras of Frankenswitch stuff. Got over here more bags, more stuff. Oh god. Gloves. Gloves and stuff. Put these bags in this bag drawer. That'd be a good choice, right? Alright, cool. What's next? Just kind of peek around, see if there's anything in the open shelves that look like they need some attention. I don't think so. So, this was kind of weird. Is like, I don't know what that selection was of switches that I just had like laying around. Kind of bizarre, not gonna lie. But okay. This was, I think, still nothing. Computer. What? Yeah, this is also not, what is going on with some of these? Techno Violet. Did I throw the wrong ones in? No, this is still useful. Larva's still useful. Gataron Raw. That's not useful. F18X. Yeah, I don't know why I still kept these around. Let me just pull this back out. So here's a bunch of switches. These I can keep to the side. And I don't know if it's the best idea, but I can just kind of dump this thing out. I'm a little nervous. Okay, let me take out the ones that I think I just threw in. So these were from before I started stream. I kind of tossed a bunch of these into this bin. And I'm trying to separate them. I had cherry purple in the bin, I think. So I think these were the ones I tossed in. I'll put these off to the side. Then let me dump this out. And I promise there's a purpose to this. I don't want to say it's a good purpose, but there is one. Oh boy. Okay. Perfect. So we've done this a few times here, just dump out all my extra switches. This was for putting together switch tester builds. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna figure out what it is we need to fix. Okay, Duroc Cerulean. So this one was a weird one, the Optica, because I don't know or think that it's an issue with the switch, so I think we can disregard that. Might be PCB. Freya, also not really anything, but this K-Mac Happy has oolongs. Let me also put this to the side. Alright. I don't know if there's a better way. Maybe I gotta... What's up, man? Blackwire! Welcome back. I think I'm missing you. I thought you switched to Wednesday. Yeah, no, it's, it's been confusing. How do I put this? I unfortunately don't have a strict schedule as much as I would like. How do I put this? I wanted to do Thursday nights for a long while. What is my follow-up there? There was a little bit of weirdness doing Thursday nights, just something back at home with parking. So I switched to Wednesday nights, but the thing is sometimes on Wednesday nights I'm out. So then I'll sometimes do Tuesdays. But now I've kind of switched back to doing Thursdays because of another different separate parking situation. And it's still not completely hardened or confirmed yet. So for the time being, I might stream anytime between Tuesdays and Thursday nights. But also some weeks I just miss. I didn't stream last week either. And then I think 2 or 3 weeks before that I missed a stream as well. So yeah, I try. You know, it's like it's life. You know, sometimes it's life. Makes it a little hard to get streams in. Yeah. All right. Anyways, so I've dumped out all of my extra switches that are you know, the extras that come from builds that you finished. And like I've bagged each one up in terms of like, you know, because I don't want to mix them all up. So now I'm trying to go back and look through all my notes of all of these builds that are not quite perfect, because some of them have like little mess ups. You know, like a single key or maybe 5 keys aren't working for whatever reason. So now I'm going back and trying to inventory all of these. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So I need to find... I think the thing I've settled on is maybe I will hold these in my hand, like each individual one, and then just check to see if it matches up with the notes I have for builds that I may need to fix. Okay, so I don't think this is anything. This is a hard one. Let me change. I have to change a filter here. I see. 1, 2. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. Spacebar. Switches. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is the best move. Alright. I can see, I already see some. Alright, here we go. So that I need. We got sorted. I don't know if I fixed this one already. I don't think I did. But that's just a sorted. Okay, this is easy now. I think I'll go like this. These are Gateron Milky Yellow. It's funny. I will keep this one as though we may need to do a fix. These are root beers, no. Irox Red. Wow, actually I was looking here for Irox Red, huh? Dolly 60. SP Star. Nope. These are alpacas. Alright, this is a good system. I just have to remember what these switches are. Mauve. Is there anything, was there something, was there a prefix to mauve? JWK Mauve. Yeah, nothing. That's not anything. Oh, there was cherry purple, was something. Interesting. Novel Keys Cream is nothing. Matthias. Linear's nothing. Got Koala. Nothing. Fuck, and then I have to remember what some of these like switch names are. So I don't remember what this brown one was. Save that for later. Morningale Vintage Black. And that's nothing. Zeal Telio is nothing. This one is this one's a curious one. These are JWK Marshmallows, I think. And it's like I don't have enough for 60. Like there's like 58 or 59 in here. And it's like, what do I do with that, you know? Alright, this one is called like Pastel something. CKX Haimu Pastel, so there's nothing there for that. I think this is also that same thing. Oh no. It's called Azure Dragon or something like that. Dragon. These are clickies. Zeal clickies. We got box jades. No, is that what box navies? Kale. Kale box navy. I think that's what it's called. Just inventorying, which is kind of funny. Black ink. This is not black ink. This is black ink in something else, and I don't remember what that something else was. Hades. It was Hades. JWK Hades, which is no JWK anything. Blueberry chiffon. These called lavenders. Lavender. Yeah, I just call them lavender. Cherry white. Alright, these are some kind of cherry clear. We'll put on that. Oh, these are jade inserts. Didn't I give away my jades? Uche Studio Jade. I either gave them away or I meant to give them away. One of those things happened. So I don't know. This, I owe this to someone. Don't know who. Banana Split. Gateron Melodic. Good. Jersey something. DS White Jade. Good on that. Here's another set of that. This was JWK Tropical. This was some kind of Holy Panda or something. Something like that. Hyperglide Brown. Gateron Sage is fine. These are, what is it, those HE switches? What is this? Huano? Huano. I don't think it's Huano Raw. How many Huano switches do I have? Huano Raw? Is this really it? If it is, then this might be it. This was some kind of... I forgot the name of it. It was a Frankenswitch that Kajita really likes, but I already forgot what it was called. Fuck, what was it called? I forgot. I don't even know what these parts are. Panda something? Had a panda in it. Panda part. No, I could be wrong. It had a Zeal part. B Sun top, Zelio bottom, Halo clear stem. Oh. I guess that is part of it. This Cherry Black, MX2A. B Sun Raw Tactile, yes. J-Wick Yellow. Good. This again looks like some cherry clear. These are cherry blue. You know, this is interesting because it's just extra housings I could use for some Frankenswitch in the future. So maybe toss that to the side. These are baby kangaroos. I think that's what they were called. Baby something. These are kiwi. I'm like I'm trying to do like tests, you know, like I'm quizzing myself here. This I think is some kind of vintage brown. Depends on how old you call it vintage, because I think these might have come from like a mid-2010s. Okay, I think I do need this. OP black. Cherry top. Yeah, this, I don't need this. Ooh, what was this one? Is this White Lotus? These are springs. Duroc White Lotus. Yes, I need this. Voyager Tactile. These were for Jailhouse. Saruche Studio Brown. What were these called? Fuck, it was on... Fuck! Corsa. These are called Corsa. This was another one where it's like I don't have enough. And what's really, really weird about these is that like I can't find what these are. You can see what the brand is. This is Is it TTC? It's some kind of TTC brown. But like I can't find any TTC brown that has like a nice glossy transparent top. And like what is a dark, very dark gray but not black bottom. I can't find where you source these. So it's like I don't know I don't know where I would go to like fill out the rest of this. If anyone can help find a source for that, it would be much appreciated. This I think is also some other brown, an MX 11800 vintage brown. Fuck, I forgot what this one was called. We'll come back to it. This one, fuck this one. This one is a black switch that is entirely unlabeled. I don't know what this is. What do you do with this? No, that's Hyros. Or Hirose. That's what you want to call them. These are Blackberry. I think that's what they're called. Blackberry. Yeah, TKC Blackberry. Fuck. It's like I have to really go back and try to figure some of these out, huh? I don't know what these are. Okay, these are Irox Brown, which we're good on. Oh. Gateron Red Ink. I think these are old Nixies. Don't remember what that was. Okay, let me see how different these are from the other ones. So it's like there's these TTC silent brown or silent bluish white. It's like I don't know if this is the same one. If it is, I just threw them both in different ones. I don't know which one it was, so it might be the same, but it's like it's also how do you really tell? So the Durox Cerulean, I mean, I guess we'll keep it there for now. Man, I gotta remember these names, man. I got a bunch of clears, and it's like I already threw a bunch of clears in here, and they're all in like separate bags, and like they all might be like different batched clears, which might be why they're in separate bags. It's just hard to tell. These are a Gateron something from Punkshoe. Gateron. Do I not have these written in? I sent Theremin a goat and see if he can ID it. You know, it'd be cool, but it's like, I don't want to bother him with this bullshit. Like, this is like dumb, my bullshit. Like, he's like, I should figure this out. Alright, let's JWK Mamba. Uche Studio, heavy tactile. Oh, this might be more to go with that other thing. Gateron Oil King. This is like a Neapolitan, I think is what it was called. Yeah, you know what I should do? I need to, we're gonna do this. Duplicate the tab. Okay. Neapolitan. CK Neapolitan. Okay, we're good on that. Arctic Fox. I'll make this even smaller. There we go. I'm gonna bold the ones I've already collected here. Cerulean. Are these U4Ts? Is that what this is? Techno Violet. Is that already on this list? Techno Violet there. I think these are the BCPs. Techno Violet. Okay, this is NK Creams. Ew. Maybe I know why. Okay, let me throw that off to the side. There's something earlier. Okay, when these are some Gateron, like a KS47 or something. No, KS347. That's fuck. KS9? This is some other BCP. KL BCP? Might be that. Oh, here are the oolongs I was looking for. This was Akko? Is this Akko? John Bond, welcome back. Still that guy Jake, welcome back. Akko, yes. Yes, this is the chaos. We are going through all of my spare switches and seeing which ones I'm gonna need for repairs, for builds that I have notes on for repairs. And it's like, this is tough because it's like, you know, how do I put this? When you disappear from keyboards for a while and then just kind of like lose interest in that period of time, you forget a lot of stuff. And so, like, I don't remember a lot of these switch names, and it's like I have to, like, really dig deep. Some of them I still don't remember, so I'm gonna have to come back to them, but it's like, this one was not immediately obvious to me. These are Gateron CJs. That took me a second. So Jaywick Black, we're good. I want to say it's like Taro Ball or something, but I'm going to put it off to the side, just in case that's not right. These are EV01R1. Oh, is this what I need? These are Moyu Black, I think. Yeah. These are weightlessness. I think we're good. I don't need a weightlessness. Cherry blue. These are OP gray. Mute. No, I think these were Midnight Jade. Jade. Good. Ultramarine. Good. What was the ultramarine for? Ultramarine. Yeah, I did do a stem replacement on these. Mizu something. Mizu Aurora? No, Mizu Mink. See, I'm trying to unload inventory and discovered so many random switches from clearance sales. What you got? Got anything good? And then you gotta, like, ID them. And it's like, do you remember? I mean, I feel like there are people who would remember, but with this volume and with how long I was gone, it's just, I feel like it's easy to forget. I feel like it, but yeah. Yeah, don't hold out. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. These are CK, some CK pastel. Ponoko. Pinoko? Pinoko. It's good. Are these the Huano Populus? Yes. Huano Populus. These are Zeal Clickies, the other variants. We saw the other one earlier. Don't fully know. These might be cherry gray. No way I was gonna remember these switches, all the switches all these years ago. Oh, is this what I'm looking for? Linear grays. Well, my issue that I learned over time is that there are some stem materials that shrink. I hate those, because then all your keycaps fall off. I hate those switches, man. Talking UPE again? Yeah, just any kind of, what is it, like polyethylene? Like something, like things that seem to be related to PE in the stem material. I hate. Because I've noticed that those tend to shrink. So, like the Umwipe or UPE or anything that seems to have PE in it. Cherry MX2A. I think we need these Gretex. Gretek. Kale BCP. Okay, that's Kale BCP. I took something in that I wasn't supposed to. These are Gateron Yellow Ink. Here's more linear gray. Gateron. Don't need that. EV01R2. These I think are a silent, so let's put that off to the side. These are SKC M Alps? White Alps? I don't need. Blue Alps. I do apparently need. I don't know how many of these are still good, but I guess we'll find out. H1s. Remember H1s? I like that name. I like that name. It's simple. It's not trying to do too much. These are U4TX. Is that right? Yes. These are U4TX. These are some kind of vintage black. These are Gateron black inks with some like cream stems. These are Irox blue. These are from Mode. Mode something. Mode tomorrow? Oh, is it the end of the playlist? Alright, let's find a new one. Alright, new Nixie. We got a good amount of new Nixies, huh? Feel like these could come in handy. Could. Especially with the sale. There's like a bunch of stuff on clearance. Okay, Silk Black. Silk Black. I think I used these on my brother's keyboard. And I think also my brother mentioned he wanted me to look at his keyboard. He said there was something not quite right with it. So maybe I'll keep this out. These are Baby Raccoon, I want to say. Don't remember that. Oh, I forgot what this is called. Alright, I'm putting all the ones that I forgot what they're called to the side. Okay, Cherry Tactile Gray we're good on. There's a good amount of those, though. Tactile Grays. I wonder if these are still purchasable, like, say, on like a Mouser or something. Maybe could be useful. Shogoki, I think this was. Shogoki switches. Oh shit, that wasn't. Yeah, these are Shogoki. This is a Zeal, I think, but I want to be certain for later. These are Poseidon switches, which I'll throw them there. Why not? These are Matthias clickies, so I may need this. Zelio Redux. I forgot. Zaku. I think this is Zaku. Yeah. Okay, and I think this is Zaku too, right? Yeah. Don't need either of those. This is a Gion something. Cream Dream. Good on that. SP Star Nana. Yes, we need that. These are the box white. Box V2 white Kale. Alright, I want to say these are Gazoo U4Ts, right? Let's just take a look. Gazoo U4T. it's got kind of like a, I don't know what you call it, milky. Do you call them milky housings? Because some of these, I'm looking up Gazoo U4Ts right now. There's a bunch of different ones that have like different housings. And I see this one that Pantheon Keys is selling that seems to match the milky top, but it also has a milky bottom. What's the difference? Who's that one guy that was always selling Gazoo stuff? I forget. Gazoo. Alright, I found U4T with a clear top and a milky looking bottom. Alright, I guess this is it. I don't know what to say. Must be it. Got this throwback. I'm trying to remember that guy's name. Yeah, I don't remember. These are... Fuck. Is this KTT? KTT strawberries or KTT something? Rose, KTT rose and KTT strawberry. This is a cherry silent. Let me also toss that to the side. This is a Gateron silent also. One of these is dampened. White Alps undampened. White Alps. Okay, so these are tactile White Alps, and these are clicky White Alps. This is a cherry red Kerbal. No, okay, so I know Kerbal did, but I swear there was someone else I was thinking of that did Gazoo stuff. Unless it was Kerbal. But I swear it was there was someone else. Maybe it was Kerbal. I don't know. Unlubed 5-pin. Are these also linear? This I think is OP black. This was a Gateron? No. What was this? Soul Dark. This was Gateron. This was... What was the switch called? It was like a Punkshoe switch. That was red. I don't remember. It was a long pole. Like, I keep thinking root beer float, but that was the brown one, wasn't it? Cream soda. Fuck, that's what it was. Cream soda. Okay. I was really trying to remember what it was called. Yeah. Thank you, guys. This is Otemu. Otemu Ice Click. Alright, so a couple of weird ones. A couple of weird things here. Number one, these are KTT Strawberry or KTT Rose. I have both. I did not find the other one, unless I glossed over it real quick. Second weird thing. I threw in something here. Oh, here it is. This is what I wanted to do. These, I think, go together. I think. I'm just going to leave them like that. Alright. And then I guess from this stage, I could probably just call these done. Alright, Matrix Wild. These are Haimu Gion Black. I remember everyone was using cream sodas for a good year. Never hear about it anymore. I know, right? Oh, they're good. So, I can't really say much other than they're good. But yeah, I feel like you don't hear about them a lot anymore. I mean, are you still following a lot of keyboard creators? Because I feel like I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been on Twitch as a viewer as much as I feel like I should be over the last couple of years. I also get like no YouTube content like in my feeds for keyboard stuff anymore. I also very, very rarely open my keyboard Instagram. So it's hard. I don't like Alex Oto streams. So like that's definitely worth something. You know, Novel Keys streams, Bowl streams. Like there are streamers, but like I don't know. Sometimes it's like I don't know what to say. I'm playing Pokemon, or I'm out, or I'm working. So yeah, I mean, I guess I am a grown up, given all three of those things I just mentioned. Most specifically, the Pokemon part. Gateron Raw. Okay, this is still not anything. Pewter also is not on here. Wait a second. What did I just throw in here? I threw something. I don't know what it was. Alright. If you guys know what I just threw over there, let me know like what color it was. But I thought I threw the Gateron Raws over there, and I was not really thinking. I threw something else because these are the Gateron Raws. Alright, I think these are the ones that I still am questioning. Oh, these are just say Namazu on them, I think. I don't know. Namazu. I was complaining because I was like, these aren't even labeled, and I didn't realize there was a little note in here saying that they were Namazu. Also, they're not unlabeled. There is a little logo on them. I think that's, what is it called? Bolsa? Is that what it was called? Bolsa. There's a Bolsa logo. Alright. Would you guys like to help me ID some switches? Okay, I'm remembering some of these now. Ducaro. This was Ducaro. MO Green V2. This one I think had the word chocolate in it. Texi Chocolate Coffee. I think this is a Zeal switch. Zeal. Is that silent? Zeal. Aqua Xylent? Is that what it is? Aqua Xylent V2? Yeah. Kill Combat, welcome. How's it going? Kill Combat. I know I still owe you a million things. I feel like I should get them out to you, but the thing is, like, there's still zero word on this PCB situation. Like, I feel like I ordered these PCBs like 2 years ago. I don't know if they exist. I don't know if these PCBs exist, but me and Allhex put in a lot of money on these PCBs. How long ago was that? What do I even look up? I'm not even sure what I go and look up. Skelly. Well, the thing is, I didn't... Did I place the order? I don't remember if I was the one to place the order or not. Or if Klexus did. Or sorry, Allhex did. Let me see. Alright, I am now going through my Allhex DMs and trying to see when we talked about Trife. Because I did also message Trife, but Allhex had most of the communication near the beginning. Alright. PCB. Oh my god. You guys got me like really looking through now. Holy shit, it's been over 2 years. Okay. So, I had this conversation with Allhex in January of 2024. And what had happened was I had to send my KMac Happy PCB and Skeleton 60 PCB. And that was in January, end of January 2024. And then he sent my PCBs back. And he showed us the drawings. Like he showed us like some of the stuff like on the actual PCB. Okay, so here's the thing. I have a picture of the skeleton PCB. Here, I don't know. I don't know if this is useful to anyone, but here's a picture of it. There's a picture of the skeleton one. I don't know if you ever sent a picture of the K-Mac one, though. All right, April 2024, early April 2024, Allhex sent me a message from Trife. Trife was talking to Allhex saying, yo, your PCBs will be shipping, looks like this Thursday for us, Friday China time. We'll send over tracking when I get it from them. I'll get the originals out to your friend today as well. We'll send tracking over for that when I drop them off as well. And then I did receive my PCB, or like my PCBs and plates, and so I was able to redo, you know, some of those builds once I got those parts back. And then as soon as it was May of 2024, that's when I started asking Allhex, and then eventually Trife, but just started saying, hey, any new update on the PCBs? Yeah, he just sent me tracking. So he sent tracking, but then you know what I think it was that didn't clarify whether or not the tracking was for PCBs that he received or PCBs for, you know, that I actually, like the original ones that he sent for me. So I don't know if I can find or recall when I received that. Okay, so I think that was because 1 month later, in June of 2024, Allhex says, still waiting on China shipping for the new PCBs. Classic Bits, welcome. I'm gonna message Allhex right now. I'm messaging Allhex right now. I hit him up the other day. Allhex is responding right now. I hit him up the other day, nada. At this point, I think I'm just going to ask for the files. That's what Allhex says. I found the drawing of the skeleton PCB that you sent. Yeah, that would be lit. Oh my god. Alright, anyways. Let's get back to it here. I gotta identify some of these these switches. Sorry, I got stopped entirely to find out the history of these PCBs we don't have. The one thing I admire is how you keep track of everything since years ago. I try, and yeah, I know I owe you a lot. I gotta drop all these things in the mail. The prints and the stickers I owe you. It's like, how do I put it? It's like, is it weird if I just drop them in all at once? I feel like it seems like we already lost one going towards you. You got like A, but you didn't get B yet, right? And you have like enough to go to like F or G or H or something. Like, should I just drop all of them at once and then just see what happens? It's like you end up with like D and E only. Rent a truck. Alright, one of these is Taro Ball. And then one of these is, I don't know. Oh, Hyacinth? Is that what it's called? Hyacinth. HMX Hyacinth. Oh, I remember. Alright, HMX Hyacinth is nothing. Alright, so this was weird. Anyone here know, one of these is... Okay, these are both purple housings. This one has a white stem, and this one has a purple stem. And I think one of them is Taro Ball. But I don't know what the other one is. Purple Panda. Is it that? That actually seems right. This is Purple Panda. I guess I got these at the same time. Two different purple switches. JWK Taro Ball, Texi, Purple Panda. These were the Aqua Xylants, right? Which is interesting. What are my Aqua Xylants even in? They are inside of the CLS SXH. Alright. I think that's fine. It's a rare silent that was not bad. I think these are Otemu Phoenix. Yep, I don't mind because I know you tried to do the right thing. I appreciate that. Alright, yeah, these are Otemu. So I'm guessing Otemu Phoenix. These were from Randy. Okay, wait. This one was the one that was pissing me off. Okay, yeah, this is a completely unlabeled black switch. This is, why would this exist? The fault is in the post? Alright. Okay, so let me go and figure out what to do with the rest of these. Because I know I have to send a bunch of things to a bunch of people. So, like, I still have envelopes full of stickers and prints and stuff. So, yeah, I gotta handle that. Secret switch. I don't know what this is. It's maddening. Like, this is not part of the SP Star Namazu. Like, I gotta think of how would I even... Alright, here's what I'll do. It's linear, so I can filter because I've written it as linear. And then, I don't know, from there, I'll alphabetize them and then just try to see. It's not cherry, but how many switches have the name, or have the word black in them? Because maybe it might be one of them. Jaywick Black? I'm pretty sure Jaywick says Jaywick on it. Emo Go-Go Hybrid Black. Alright, I might have to dump this out all over again. Just in search of some stuff. Oh my god. What a mess. Okay, these are Oil Kings. Frank, welcome. Oil King says Gateron on them. We're trying to do some hunting. We're doing some inventorying or identification of some switches. I've already done a pass, but I guess I have to do another pass. Another really quick one. So I'm looking for Emo Go-Go Hybrid Black and also anything pink. That's kind of what I'm looking for. It's not that though. It's like I'll know when I see it. Cause okay, so the few issues is in trying to inventory this, I have KTT strawberries and KTT roses. I don't know which one this one is, but it's like I don't know what the other one is. I mean, I could probably just look it up. KTT strawberry. KTT rose. Alright, that did not clear anything up. Alright, so these are one of them. I don't know what the other one is. Or I can't find another one to match and say like, oh, there it is, you know? There's a chance that I have them over at Tina's. So there's that. There's that too. So maybe that's where some of the missing stuff is. A couple of other discrepancies. I have no extra Milky Pinks. I think they were included as part of an Axe 60 build I bought. I eventually sold the Axe 60 to Ricky. Kept the Milky Pinks, but I have no extra, so I'm guessing that build only had exactly 60. So there's no extras that live here. Then meanwhile, I have a switch. It's a black linear switch with no label on top. Like, why would you make that? It might be H1, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright. Found a J-Wick Black here. Let me just check what J-Wick Black looks like. Oh shit. J-Wick Black is also unlabeled. Alright. So that's a candidate. I'm also going to look for Emo Go-Go and H1. These are brown. Yeah, it's like you need notes. I tried to put notes on these. Alright, I found the Emo Go-Go. Alright, Emo Go-Go is labeled, so it's not that. So then the last one would probably be H1. These are MX2A. Has cherry on them. Yep. Here, H1. Okay, H1 also unlabeled. Okay, I'm going to be very careful with these. That's crazy that they're both like that. What a horrible, horrible switch. Two switches. Horrible two switches. Okay. Cannot find another KTT switch here. Okay. Cool. All right, so where does that leave us? We got a bunch of switches that are on my desk. We've got some figuring out to do. There's no great way to keep track of them all. I've tried so many times, and you have to have a veritable library of wild switches. Have to check springs and leaves. Ooh, that's a good one. Check the springs and leaves. Okay. So let's settle this one here. This is the spare unlabeled switch. I'm gonna set it right there so that I know. Here's the J-wick. That does not help. Okay. Here is the H1. Just looking at it, still does not help. Excellent. So yeah, let's crack it open. Maybe I could check the contacts. Do the contacts? Yeah, they look the same. Alright. I don't seem to have a gold spring in there. This one. Silver. That's a silver spring. Let me just check one more H1. Just to make sure. Do all of these have gold springs? Yep, that one has a gold spring as well. Alright, so let me close these up. Looks like there's a chance. Marking on the bottom, I looked and they look similar, I did check. Okay, so here's a silver spring. This one seems more likely to be a J-wick, but that feels like a J-wick, honestly. But here's the other thing too, is that I think these J-wick blacks are spring swapped. I mean, the texture of the top looks the same. Right, there's marking on the bottom says 25. This one says 21. Let me take a look at these H1s again. This one says E on the bottom. Also, the top housing material may look slightly different. Yeah, this one, the H1's... Yeah, the H1's glossy. Okay, I think it's a J-wick. Or it's not, I don't know. I'm gonna put this back in here. I think that's the one. Here's what I'll do. Put that in there, but since it was in its own bag already, I'll put that little bag in the big bag. So, there we go. Let's call it that. Now, here's another thing that's annoying. I swear it's the case that I have the TTC. Let's look at this up. Let me see. Select all. Silent bluish. No, bluish white. My KMG B60 has bluish whites. Meanwhile, my Chaco 60 has silent bluish whites. I have two bags. One is a giant bag of silence. Another is a smaller bag, which might also be silent because I did build a keyboard for a friend. Looking for a while you talked, and JWick is the closest I can find. I think it's JWick. So this bothers me because it's like, how different are the JWick? Sorry, the TTC silent bluish white from the bluish white. And also, why didn't I find any other extras? So these have like what looks like a band. I never looked at the construction of these like bluish whites and silent bluish whites. Loba, hey, yo, brother, want to ask your opinion about the oblique. How is it? Feels and sounds? Planning to buy for the extras? I don't know what to say. I didn't hate it. I have it. I could go bring it out, just since you asked. But give me one moment while I just try to do some IDing on these switches. I just hate, like, how do you have, why would you do this too? Bluish white and silent bluish white, and then like they don't look different at all? Like, I want to see what... I think I'm looking at all silence right now. And now I want to know what the non-silent version looks like. And I apparently don't have any extras of the non-silent. It's weird. So, like, I think these go with this, but it's like... The only thing is, like, I have to go to the B60 just to check. Also, this is like not even a real... This stream title's not real. Switch identification. There you go. Dumb and Drummer. Are those Aqua Blue? No. These are TTC Silent Bluish White. I do have Aqua, the Cream Blue Pro V2 or whatever. Back there. There's just some extras because the rest are in a build. Alright, let me go and grab a couple things. Loba, I'm gonna go grab the oblique, and I guess also the KMG B60 because those have the non-silent bluish whites apparently. Okay, there we go. There you bring it because I heard on Discord a couple people will have the short circuit issue on the bottom left. What? I don't think I recall having that. Also, you're too late to say no need to bring it. I already did. I mean, let's try it. Let's see if we can short circuit it. Here's mine. This is Darling Latin. I got the version of it that has the patina burgundy weight. So I think it's a good match, I think, with the mods being this color and then the patina bottom. I feel like it works, you know. All right, let's try this out. Let's shift all these over. Gorge. I was using this S60 here today because it's here for a large chunk of it, and I was like, I can't use the Kohaku. I can't use 65s, man. Which gasket grommet are you using? Fuck, I don't even remember how. Like, I built this like a month ago, and I've already forgotten. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Let's see if it becomes obvious from... No, that is not obvious. There's nothing else in here. S60 from Show, right? Yes. S60 V1, this one. And they're on what, like V3 or V2 now? Or I don't know. I don't know what they're on. Okay. Can we do a short circuit? Well, the thing is, bottom left. The thing is, what is bottom left here for me? Because I'm using an HHKB. Like, should I still be triggering something from here? Or is it like a control specific problem? In which case I would not be able to trigger it. Oh, let's go to VIA. Use VIA. What is this short? I haven't heard of this, but it's also that like I don't really truthfully read discussions about boards if they work. It only happens with the softest gasket. I see. In that case, I don't know. I think typically I try not to use the softest gaskets. So with that, I mean, I can go and check. Give me one more second. I'll go find the other box. All right. Hopefully this is the box. Does this seem right? Is this the right box? Is this the right thing I'm even looking at? This seems right. Yeah, that design matches. Alright, I used the gray gasket. Or dark gray. I don't know. This feels pretty floppy and white. That still has a lot of those in there. Wrong dongs, welcome. This is slightly less floppy. This is light gray. Yeah, this is not floppy, and there's like only 2 of these left. So I guess I'm using the hard one. So yeah, there's nothing left in here other than these like little 2 extras. So I'm guessing that's what I have inside here. And I have experienced no issues. Honestly, personally, I think... okay, let me just say in general. But Rongdong's welcome. Good to see you again. Hope you've been doing well. I don't like soft. Let me see if I can explain. It's that like, I don't like soft plates. I feel like in my experience, like I understand like gasket hardnesses, durometers. are supposed to give you different experiences, and I get that, like, you know, there's a rationale behind softer gaskets, but I think in general a hard gasket is still pretty soft and has given me results that I like the best. Also, just on top of that, like, I like my switches with, you know, heavier weight and longer springs. So just broadly, when it comes to typing, I'm not a big soft fan. I like it kind of extends even further. I don't really like soft edges on like my keyboards, like just visually. I like I like hard edges. So I don't know. I mean, it's just a me thing, but I've just noticed, like, again, hard gaskets are still soft enough to be good for what they're doing. So I've noticed that. I was like, yeah, you just go hardest, like highest number on your gummy O rings. I feel like is just, I don't notice broadly that like my experience is worse in doing this. In fact, I notice that it's typically better, like brutalist style. Sure. Anyways, I'm not getting any short circuit issues on this. He goes into the over shoulder cam. Oh, I haven't really used it. Oh, I fixed that weird glitchy crazy thing from like 2 weeks ago. I haven't streamed in 2 weeks. One curious question: why your tilde key is not using the right? Nah, I can't. I don't like mod tilde. I'm not a mod tilde guy. It's not a modifier. It's like that's a key that does something. Like it prints a key. These other ones don't print keys. Like the actual modifiers, they take actions, or they modify or chord your keys. That's my rationale. What's yours? All right. Oh, did we finish this playlist? Yep. Okay. All right. Well, I don't. Do you want to hear the board? I don't know if you've heard enough boards or enough samples of this, but I also forgot what I even built this with. So let's find out. Sure, sound test would be great. Yeah, oblique. I built this in late January. Juano Populus. I don't remember if I tuned it. I can find that out. Juano Pop. Oh. Juano Populus is in my oblique and is not tuned. All right, here we go. Pause that. All right, here's your sound test. Poppy? Is that what you think? I have always been horrible with word descriptors for how keyboards sound. So for me, it's typically just, do I like it or do I not like it? And I like it. I think is good. But if Poppy is what you got out of it, then maybe Poppy's what it is. All right. Let's look at our B60 now. I know you glean some more information on these TTC switches. Yeah, no worries. Alright, B60 time. So let's quickly pop this off. So it looks like I filmed these with a black film. The problem is that this is not plateless. So I'm trying to see, is there any way I could pop off any of these tops? And the answer is probably not. Yeah, because they all like kind of hook on, at least on one side. There's no crazy big gaps in any of these. Because I want to see what the construction of it looks like inside and how it differs from a silent. Yeah, there's really nothing here. So it's like I could try to open one of these up here on like split back. Maybe this guy right here, but I just feel doubtful that I can do so without really damaging this. Think I can pull the trigger now? Alright, go for it. What color are you getting? Man, there's one colorway that was really nice that sold out real fast. I remember. Oh shoot, none of this is plugged in. All black, I see. Oblique keyboard. Like it sold out, or I don't know, maybe it's up there and never was sold. I really like this one. Not that. This one right here is like a burgundy with the blue patina. I like that, and that sold out first day, I feel like, and so I ended up getting the which one was it? Pink, dark red, and then this one ended up being available for quite a while, and it's like, yeah, really you can only use Darling on this to have it like really match. I don't think you could use anything else. But yeah, this stayed available for a long while. But all black, is there all black? Or are you looking at someone's like aftermarket? I can't see on this little screen here. I have off to the side. Let me see. Or is it a secret? Oh, asteroid coat / black PVD. Oh, Bull's doing new colors? I see, I see. Oh, that's lit. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what to do about this. Okay, maybe I could just Google this. Okay, TTC bluish white. Because I can't look inside these switches without desoldering them, and apparently I don't have any extras. Ah, there we go. I see it now. Lume Keebs. Lume Keys has done something good for us. Check this out. So, this is apparently what a regular bluish white looks like. Are you trying to change switches? No, I'm just trying to inventory my collection of switches. That's kind of what tonight has been all about. I was supposed to do fixes, but I realized I'd rather just try to figure things out with my collection here. So one of the things is that like I first used the non-silent version of these switches in this KMG B60. I think Randy had given me these switches. After that, I bought a bunch of silent bluish white for these for a client build, and then I had a couple extras left over that I kept around. And then I ended up buying Ikazaya, I think that's what it was called. It was like a vendor that was going out of business. So then they had silence, like just on a pretty gnarly sale. So I bought a bunch of these, like $100 worth, and this is good for like, I don't know, many boards. And I built one board. It was a, I don't even know if you'd call it stacked acrylic. It was the Chaco 60 Rev 2, I think it was. Chaco 60 Rev 2. It's not really a stacked acrylic more than it is just like topless, like plate top, with like a standoff, like acrylic. Let me see if I can just show this. It's hard to explain. Yushikobo. Yes, I went to Yushikobo. Is that what it was? Yushikobo. That's the name of it, right? This is a storefront. I was in Tokyo, over winter, and I went to the shop and I bought this there. So anyways, I got this. I built these with the silent bluish whites, and I'm like, I don't like the sound of this. This is not that good. Like it's just too quiet, and I don't know if it's the switch that I don't like or if it's the switch specifically in this board. It's probably the latter. And what I was just saying here was I'm trying to figure out more about the silent and non-silent version of these switches. Looks like this is what this stem looks like. The silent one has like a little dip inside here. And in that dip is like a rubber band. So I think that rubber band is like kind of like hooked over here where this the rail protrusion is, and that's what's like hitting the top. So I think that's what's going on here, and I was just trying to figure out. Now, what's strange here. Yes, there's a dampener inside the silent. So what's strange here is that like typically I have enough like extras in a batch of switches that like I have leftovers, and so I went through my whole. I went through this. I think it's this bin. This bin right here is just full of what is essentially this, like bags of extra switches. And I only found this bag, which as I looked, is silent. To go along, I think this was from that client build I had, to go along with all these, new ones. Yeah, it's a huge, I mean, this is just ones I pulled out. Those over there is, that's a lot more. Anyways, so it's weird because I don't have any of the unsilent extras. And that bothers me. That's it. It bothers me that I don't have any extras, but at least I know what it looks like on the inside, based off of the Lume Keebs picture. So, anyways, I wish I'd rather have the non-silent version, but that store that was going out of business, Ikazaya, I think it was called. It's like Izakaya, but like they switched the Z and the K. They only had silence for sale. All right. Next part of the inventorying. We might end soonish. What time is it? I'm about 2 hours into stream, so I'll go another 30 minutes or so. The reason why I pulled all of these out of that bin is because I have a list of approximately 24 boards, 24 potential boards. And I say potential, there's a specific reason I say potential, but there's 24 potential boards where I've fully built them, but there's like some issues with random switches here and there. And it's not actually 24, it's that like I have multiple builds for some of the same boards, and then I only wrote that there was a problem in the board and not which actual build had the problem, so then I have to go and check later. So let's see how many of these are real fixable. The problem I notice is that like some of these I have more extras than others, and there might be more problems with the board than I have extra switches. Here's another thing. I have 2 of the same switches in separate bags. And it's like, why? So you're planning to fix it one by one? Yeah, eventually. I was supposed to like start actually doing the fixes today, but then I realized, okay, like I'm gonna have to stop and go every time. I might as well figure this situation out all at once, so then actually fixing it on something like the next stream will be a little bit smoother. Okay. So, Aphelion Melody. This is risky. I have 4 extras of Aphelion Melodies and apparently 3 switches to fix. The other thing, too, that is really stupid is that I've done this thing where I only use HHKBs, but I do own some TKLs. And these TKLs, I've done a stupid thing. I love that I've done this stupid thing, but it's also a horrible thing. I've turned them into switch testers. So what I did was, like, instead of, like, buying a bunch of cherry blacks to put into a board I'm never going to use, I just took all of my extra switches and grabbed one of each, because I would like have like hundreds of like extra switch sets, and then just like use that to put into my TKLs. And I did this for like 4 or 5 TKLs. So where I only have 4 Aphelion Melody extras, I probably actually have closer to 10. They're just in boards right now. So it's pretty stupid. So yeah, that's increased risk. Yeah. Anyways, so that's good at least. All right. Now let's keep looking here. Just buy more. We could, but it's like then I have to go and find individual vendors and then like say like, okay, can I buy just 1 or 10 Aphelion Melodies from a vendor that still stocks them? Then I have to do that at a bunch of different vendors, and some of these switches might not even exist anymore. Some of the vendors might not exist anymore. So just buy more is a solution, but just not a full one, I don't think, and not a simple one either. All right. Anyways, so that one we're good. There's still also more to do out of all of this. Let's grab all those. I also have Alps. Yes. I don't know. Are you looking at my collection right now? Yeah, I have a collection page for anyone who cares to see it. Collection. So yeah, this is Matthias Clicky's sire table. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that table converts over to what powers the data on my site. So, anyways, back to the table here. All right. One of the issues is I have a bunch of B-Sun Raw. This is good. I have 4 switches extra and 4 to fix. So, oops. Yeah, a lot of risk here. But with that said again, let's see. It also might not be the problematic one because I marked it as in the derivative, for which I have 2 builds. In which case, if it happens to be the cherry linear gray, we have many of these extras. Okay, linear gray. I think these are all linear gray, but let me go and just feel it. I have multiple bags worth of linear grays for some reason. These are cherry linear gray. They're basically cherry blacks, but with way heavier springs. I don't know if they still make them. Okay, all of these seem to be linear gray. So, if the derivative build that is messed up has to do with the linear grays, then I have a lot to choose from. But if they have to do with the B-Sun Raws, risky. You change to the modifiers, switch to a different switch for the modifiers and reuse alphas. So that's another thing too, is that I guess this is the right view, but on a 60, most of these keys are useful to me. So the least useful ones, in my opinion, would be like these three: right shift, right alt, and right win. But I still also use them sometimes. Maybe right shift is the least useful. Yeah. So, but these two can be useful for me. Yeah. Anyways, that's a choice too. But yeah. All right. Oh. Okay, so then I have these, which is a really sucky situation. These are I forgot the name of this. It's a Franken switch. I never really ever liked using Franken switch names, but this one was like B-Sun top, Zelio bottom, Halo clear stem. And the problem is that the construction of this switch is very prone to breaking. Like the little pieces will just like chip off the more you like open and close it. And so that's what a lot of this is. So I don't know how easy it's going to be for me to fix these. The Zelios are gone now? They are? Is that not, like, the Zelio is not being sold anymore? Holy shit, yeah, they're like sold out, huh? Nobody sells Zelios anymore? Well, I'm on Zeal, and I think Zeal has always been criticized for making their switches cost too much, but yeah, I don't know of anyone else who sells Zelio other than Zeal. I mean, maybe there's like some random vendors that are probably selling them like upcharged off of like Amazon or something. V1 or V2. I think these are V2. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if I can make anything out of this. There's a chance. But all right. Maybe I'll put this in a bigger bag. Do I have a spare bigger bag? Okay, next up. Alright, we did the cherry gray already. Cherry purple. Cherry purple's around here somewhere. Yeah, looks like there's only one, so we're good. Durox Cerulean. I think we established before that the board I'm using the Durox Cerulean on has an issue with the 7 key. Which I've actually already done some switch swaps, and I think it's the PCB that's a problem. But it's here in case we want to test that more. Duroc Tiny Corbs. Okay, it says... Ooh, a lot of issues. Ooh, that's bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 8 of them. But I think these were being sold on Canon keys on clearance, if I recall correctly. So I don't know if that'll be hard to get still, but let me check. Pretty sure that's the reason why I bought them, is because they were on clearance, and it's like, well, I'm here already. Ah, Jesus. They come on packs of 36. Blackwire, thanks for dropping by. Hope you have a good night. But yeah, packs of 36, so if I really wanted, I could pay $16 to get 36 extras when I only need 2. So this is another situation where it's like, well, I guess I could go to one of my Switch tester, 2 of my Switch testers, and harvest out what I imagine are some extra tiny Corbs switches. So that's like a problem, so I'll put that in a different pile. Duroc White Lotus is this. Looks like there's a space bar issue, so it's just one. I have several. Dark Jade Moyu Black. I think that's these. Has an issue with the H key. We have 3 extras, so that's good. Let's see, Gazoo U4T. I think that's this. F. So I have several extras. Only one. Retech Sunset also looks like only one, which I have 5 extras for. Wano Ra. So the thing about Wano Ra is which one is Wano Ra? This one says Gion. This one says Wano. So I have 2 switches that look really similar. Let's go to Gion's website. Gion Wano Ra. Let me make sure that this is what it is. Wano? Did Gion ever sell Wano Ra? Looks like... Ooh, interesting. It looks like they did, but they pulled the page down, so maybe it's sold out, or maybe whatever partnership they have with Wano has ended. But it does look like from this little thumbnail that is what this is. Wano Ra. Let me make sure one more time. This is the one. Yep. And I think there's only one switch with a problem. Yeah. No, there's 3, and I have 3. But I think it is also that one case where could be... Oh, Jesus. It's the one where it's like there's 2 builds, but the other one's the Affleon Melodies. So either way, this is going to be like risk. So these 2, one of these are not related to anything. This is a Gion that I couldn't easily identify, but I think it's Gion... Jesus. Haimu X Gion White, maybe? It's not Gion Clear, because I think Gion Clear looked different. Haimu X Gion White, Gion Clear. Let's Google these. Gion Clear is like the one with the gray housing. Gray housing, white stem. Haimu X Gion White is this one, so we're good on that. Toss that off to the side. This is KTT Strawberry or Rose. I cannot tell which one it is. And that's another weird one where I can't find the extras of the other one. Explosion. Here we go. There it is. How many switches do you have? It's on the list. Let's see. Depends on what you call a switch. What I have inventoried here is 229. But some of these are like, is it a switch? I don't know if it's a switch, because it's just like I have like there's like domes, and then there's housings, like, you know, EC housings. And it's like at some point you're gonna mix them together. But then also there's like, there's parts where it's just like I have some stems for, you know, MX, and then I have some housings also for MX. Some of those are going to come together, so it would be 229 max. But also there are some doubles. I would say that too. I have a bunch of cherry blacks and a bunch of different boards, so it's like, do you call that more than one switch if it's in 2 different boards? Oh, I don't know. It's vague. It's a gray area, you know? All right. We did the Greek text. We did the Huano Ra. IROX. There's surely enough. It's just a spacebar issue. Kale BCP. All right. I don't know what this is. This is not Kale nor B-Sun, I don't think. Oh, it is. B-Sun BCP. Is this the one? I'm so confused. What even are any of these? Sorrow Keys BCP. This one just says B-Sun on it. It's like not helpful. B-Sun. Is it B-Sun Raw? B-Sun... Oh, is it B-Sun Pine? Yeah, I think these are B-Sun Pine. Okay, so that's not on the list. Sorrow Keys, B-Sun, BCP. Yeah, these are the ones. Okay. What do I have the B-Sun Pines in? BD60. Oh, BD60 was lit. That was like the Bob Dylan board. Okay, Kale BCP. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Which there should be enough here. Yeah, I think there's 5. Alright. Matthias Clicky, I think we established here. Looks like it looks 2, 3, 3 of them. Oh, there's many here. I think let's click these to make sure. These I am calling backups because I think the clicks were inconsistent across the switches, but yeah, there's enough here. Okay. Novel Keys Cream Plus. That is somewhere else. But also, I get this feeling that's also another situation where this is not a real problem because it's a PCB problem. It's on the Freya Ultra Proto that I have. That's a PCB issue. Oolong. J. But I do need a different stem, but I guess if I'm like desoldering, I could just deal with the parts that work and then just change the bottom, so that's alright. Alright, Sorrow Keys B-Sun BCP. There's a whole bunch of these. I got these for free from Savior. And then I don't know if he either knowingly or unknowingly sent me bad switches, or if I personally ruined the switches because I modded them after, you know, he gave them to me. At some point, they've gone bad. Anyways, there's a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's at least 13 that went bad, but potentially more. Now, luckily, I think there's a lot of extras here because I did get them. There's like a TKL amount. So, remains to be seen. Given that, I would consider this a risk, so let's put that off to the side. Oh, going back. Gateron Milky Pink. I didn't have any extras, but I think it's just a recolor of Gateron Milky Yellow. I'm trying to find where these Gateron Milky Pinks ever existed. When you search Gateron Milky Pink, even in quotes, there's no vendor that seems to sell them. But I do see a typing test of someone saying Gateron Milky Pink. I really don't see anyone who had ever sold a Milky Pink or just got taken off of Google. Actually, if you search Gateron Milky Pink, my collection website is one of the results. Which is ridiculous. Gateron Pink? Is it just Gateron Pink? It looks like Milky Yellow. But then it just has a pink stem. When I search Gateron Pink... Oh, is that it? Oh, shit. Maybe that is it. I see some from Daily Clack. So, I guess I could just get some extras. There's something called Akko X Gateron Pink, and it does not look like that because it's not milky. So I'm taking it to be that's something different. There's Gateron Box Pink, which is also different. So the only one that looks potentially close is the Daily Clack Pink. After a few successful rounds by F2P Core and Gateron Pink switches are being run again. Custom colored housing, 65 gram linear spring. Pale pink stem and housing, but top housing milky. That's my understanding, yeah. But the thing is also, I don't have any extras, so that's the whole thing about this, is that, like, I can't look at it and tell you that's what it is. They're all put into a board right now, which is the S58M. I mean, I could go grab it and find out, but I'll just do that off stream. But yeah, it's probably that. So is Daily Collect the only vendor for it? Anyways, here's the other thing too, is that, like, if it is just, like, by construction, the same thing as a Gateron Milky Yellow. Like, if it by construction is the same thing, then I'll just use Milky Yellows to fix this, because it's just one key. It's like I could use a yellow for the space bar. I live to identify switches. That's great. Well, then I do have that other question from earlier, is can you identify these? Help identify these. I don't know if you were here for it when I was mentioning, but this is what seems to be a TTC brown with a pretty transparent, non-milky top and a dark gray, like a dark gray, almost black. Not really almost. It's not close to black, but it's pretty dark. Dark gray bottom. Looks like 3 pins. I can't find this specific construction. Like I've seen like TTC Browns that don't look like this. But if you could ID these, that'd be great. Yezi, welcome. Yeah, the reason I ask is because I can't build anything with this. This came from a 40. A 40 I desoldered. So yeah, that, and also, do you know if... Okay, what was that guy's name? F2C... I already lost this, damn it. F2P Corn. 2P Corn. Gateron Pink. Okay, so someone 5 years ago says, are these more or less the same as a Gat Yellow Milky Top? Not much info on the field, but I'm curious before I buy. No reply. So are these the same as yellows? Wondering about the action vision force needed? No reply. Any sound tests available? Paying 3 times the price for a color change versus yellows seems excessive. No reply. Group buy 6 years. These TTC Browns? Or are we talking about the Gateron Pinks? We're talking about... it might be confusing because I'm talking about both at the same time. The pinks? Yeah, I see the F2P Corn. It says back, so this must be the second round of it. So 2021. Synesthesia Online. I feel like I bought something from them once. Synesthesia. What did I buy from them? Skeleton 60. Wow. The board we were talking about earlier. I'm still waiting on PCBs. Custom PCBs for that Skeleton 60, which was from Synesthesia. I knew it sounded familiar. All right. Gateron Pink Yellow. F2P Corn. Spring. Gateron Yellow Slow Curve. I'm just searching Gateron Pink Yellow and seeing if anything comes up. Is the TTC linear or tactile? I think it's tactile. Let me check. Yeah, it's a tactile. Tactile, fully transparent, like clear top. You can see right through it. Dark gray bottom. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out these Gateron Pinks. Are they just recolored bottom and different spring and stem? Or recolored bottom and stem, potentially recolored top because it's milky, but I don't know if there's a milky tint to it or like a different shade. They're not silent, Loba, as far as I can tell, but maybe it's worth popping open just to verify. There's no bumper or anything. Let's see. Yeah, no bumper as far as I can see, and it doesn't sound or feel silent. Another thing just to mention, in case that it wasn't obvious, it does have like the little hook sides, so it uses like this style opener and not this style opener. Try to look up a milk tooth. Yeah, it's not silent brown. Yellow. Yellow. All right, cannot tell. Here's my thing is, given that it's like one issue on that pink, I could just switch it to right shift, or I can I can switch the space bar to that one switch and then just use a yellow for the space bar. It kind of doesn't really matter. I'll throw it in there. I'm done looking at that. Where are we now? Milky, cream plus, oolong. Did I already go over the oolongs? I think I did. Went over the sorrow keys. Here is a bunch of Alps, for which I guess I need one replacement green Alps and one replacement blue Alps. So again, another situation where potentially you can just trade off a shift if you know, the batch of these is not enough to do like a good replacement. Silk Black is for my brother. And we have these SP Star Nana and Techno Violets. Techno Violets. So these are interesting. One is the Cappy 60. Both of them only seem to be for one switch each. But I also am potentially thinking of changing the springs. Let's see how they feel. I've certainly planned Alps boards, but I haven't built anything in a year. I get it. Alright, so this is linear Prevail's 63.53 stage. And so my thing is, like, Prevail's springs, you know, the long defunct Prevail from, you know, early 2020s, their springs just felt heavier than a lot of other people's springs, which is good, but this is still light as a 63.5 for me. So I've always been like, should I rebuild it? I don't know. But in any case, if I'm just going to correct single switches, I have enough from both. Okay. Well, nearly everything here has been answered. Oh, here's another one. Does anyone know where I could get some JWK marshmallows? I feel like these have long been sold out. I think this is another situation where I'm short like 2 or 3. Yeah, JWK marshmallow. Thick Thok. Wasn't that the vendor that eventually fell off like other you know, I don't want to say exit scamming, but usually they just kind of fall off and then they stop shipping things. Is that exit scamming? That might just be exit scamming. See, I need some extras of these. That vendor that eventually fell off. There's a good enough of them, isn't there? All right. Well, I guess I'll probably call it. But let me tidy up here while we might still be helping me out doing some IDs. I'll clean up a little bit and we can see where we can get. I think Thick Thought did fall off for the springs. Let's see. What's a good container to throw these all in? If you're ever stumped, drop them in Discord. I'll do my best to identify find. All right, yeah, I will. I will do that. Maybe I'll take a little picture later, just after stream. This is also for my brother. So what I'll do probably is shuffle some of these things around. Perfect. All right. Yes. Feel free to join Discord if you so please. And yeah, let's see who's online. See who we can raid here. Ooh, Patty's on. Patty's on. Yeah, let's raid Patty, yeah? Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, appreciate the help, guys, and appreciate you guys tuning in and watching me just casually clean up and clean through everything. So yeah, I intend to be back next week, Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. So possibly Thursday again, but you know, keep your eyes peeled. One of those nights, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys later. Good night.